Arizona's new top cop. We ask him about his first moves as chief and his thoughts on body-worn cameras.
Also, holiday waste. With all the trash we create this time of year, we'll share some easy ways that you can make a difference.
And we've been talking about it all week. We have the alert day and forecast for accumulating snow. We'll tell you when and where coming up.
Good Thursday morning, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm Leah Lynchide. It's going to be a quiet start to your Thursday morning. We're enjoying that, certainly here on News 3 now. But it's tomorrow with an alert day in store that we're really focused on.
Absolutely. We're finally getting some snow. Well, we've already gotten snow, but we're going to get a little bit more that could cause some headaches for our Friday morning. So let's get right into it, folks. Accumulating snow is going to be the big story for us heading into the overnight hours into our Friday morning throughout southern Wisconsin. Some areas could see 1 to 4 inches. Some areas could see close to 6. We're looking for mixed precipitation, but bringing in potentially even some sleet overnights, which could be creating some traffic hazards as we get into our Friday morning, especially for the overnight hours as well. But with that snow, we are looking for heavy bands to be setting up overnight that will be bringing some wet and slushy snow for us, which will be impacting our travel and, of course, our areas going into our Friday morning. Outside of that, we have a winter weather advisory for areas in Dane County to the north and a little bit to the west, which would encompass Sauk and Iowa counties starting from midnight into 6 p.m. going into tomorrow. And for our areas to the further west, we're looking for that winter weather advisory to issue itself starting from 6 p.m. today going into noon tomorrow. But as we mentioned, it's going to be quiet today. You don't have to worry about any kind of snow or any traffic hazards really outside of the fact that we have still some slippery areas just south of the Beltline. This would be for US 51 over towards Stoughton Road and I-90 and of course for Verona Road as well. Outside of that though, the Beltline is still rather smooth, but as you're heading out, just make sure that you're taking it slow for this morning. We'll have more updates on the snow in just a few moments. Until then, back to you guys.
Julian with that first warn, we appreciate it. Thank you. Madison residents are weighing in on a potential for the new Amtrak station to come to town. Madison getting a head start on where the new location might go, and they would like your input. Last night, they held the first of 3 public meetings on the topic. Right now, there are 6 possible locations to welcome the 4 daily stops from Chicago and Milwaukee. UW campus is 1. That's where the current depot is. Downtown, under the Monona Terrace, that's 2. First Street, the Near East Side, the former Oscar Mayer plant, and the Dane County Airports, really spanning the entire city here. Officials say getting a head start puts them at better odds to get federal funding.
At the end of the day, we have to pick a station that works for Amtrak and that works for the Federal Railroad Administration. That's sort of the bottom line.
What Amtrak needs is space. A standard platform is 700 feet long. The building also needs to be able to fit passenger waiting space, customer service, and more. There will be at least 2 more public meetings, one in February, another in April. That's when the city hopes to have a recommendation for Amtrak.
New this morning, 1 of 3 teens accused in a summer shooting on the city's southwest side is pleading not guilty. 18-year-old Javante Koger is facing attempted homicide charges as party to a crime. It's all in connection to that shooting that happened at the intersection of Leland Drive and Balsam Road back in August. It left a 22-year-old man injured. 2 other 19-year-olds are charged in that shooting as well.
The conservative Waukesha judge who just entered the race for state Supreme Court is coming under fire. Judge Jennifer Doro is running as a tough-on-crime candidate, but in a recent ruling, she gave a man convicted of battery 2 days to report to jail. In that window, the man drove down to Illinois and attacked his in-laws. Police say he fired shots into their home, broke in, and then stabbed them.
It is a judgment call, but apparently he'd been out on bail, nothing bad had happened, and they thought, she must have thought that 2 more days wasn't going to harm anything. And unfortunately, that judgment turned out to be wrong. Ordinarily, most judges will take them immediately into custody because the shock of suddenly getting prison time creates a bigger risk that they may abscond and take off and not show up.
That man, meanwhile, is now facing additional charges in Illinois, including 2 counts of attempted murder. The victims are expected to survive.
6:04 now. The fight to end fentanyl overdoses is taking a creative turn in Rock County. The sheriff's office is using a vending machine to distribute the life-saving drug. Our Catherine Merck shares some of the data that led to the department's actions to expand access.
I think it's a matter of ease of access.
It's now as simple as pressing a few buttons to save someone from an overdose.
I think people are very comfortable going to a vending machine. They may not be quite as comfortable going to a person and asking for this sort of thing.
The Rock County Sheriff's Office has officially launched a new program that puts a Narcan vending machine in its office lobby. The kits are free for anybody to pick up. Sheriff Troy Knudsen tells me having access to Narcan is extremely important to be able to help families from losing loved ones to fentanyl overdoses.
Certainly, I guess as an agency, we go to these overdoses, and they're very traumatic things.
From 2020 to 2021, the overdose death rate in Rock County increased by 50%, and 80% of those deaths could be attributed to fentanyl in 2022.
So if we can provide them with some sort of a tool to help them protect their loved ones as they deal with the difficulties of addiction, it just seemed like a program that made good sense for us.
This isn't the first effort in our state toward opioid overdose prevention.
And just one pill laced with fentanyl or another synthetic opioid can kill.
Last month, the Dane County Board approved a new $750,000 initiative that would help expand Narcan kits, like the ones at the Rock County vending machine.
I would imagine that we are going to see these more widespread around the state.
So, while the ways to fight drug overdoses might continue, fentanyl is still a huge issue, even for those who might not think they know someone who is a drug user. That makes even the most simple steps to reduce it even more important.
I think when you look about trying to keep people from dying unnecessarily, I think it makes a lot of sense.
Reporting in Janesville, I'm Catherine Merck for News 3 Now.
The Sheriff's Office got the free units of Narcan from Addiction Medical Solutions of Wisconsin, Janesville. They're a Narcan direct provider throughout the state. The Rock County Human Service Department is funding the machines with grant money, making the Narcan kits and machines essentially free to the public.
A Madison police officer charged with disorderly conduct will make his initial appearance in court today. Keith Brown is charged for a physical altercation with a woman. The charging document says she called police saying Brown grabbed her wrist during a fight, pinned her against a wall in a bar where they were eating. Brown is charged with disorderly conduct, which is a misdemeanor.
A few weeks into his position, Verona's new police chief is already tackling plans to make the city safer and help his officers build community connections. When Chief Bernie Coughlin retired in the fall after serving more than 19 years, Dave Dresser was placed at the helm in the interim. Now Dresser has been officially sworn in as the new chief.
We've already purchased body-worn cameras at fall of this year, and we're going to implement that in 2023. I think the community has an expectation of transparency, and I mean, really, it's twofold. It protects the community, from officers that might make mistakes or do wrong, but it also protects the officer from false allegations. And so, for us, we view that as a win-win.
Dresser is currently working to redistribute the load of missing positions in Verona's command, which could lead to new hirings in the new year.
Do some of your favorite things include brown paper packages tied up with string? Well, all of that holiday cheer is actually creating a ton of waste in the environment. According to Stanford University, Americans throw away 25% more trash during the Thanksgiving to New Year's period than any other time of year. That's an extra 1 million tons of trash a week. So according to their data, if every family in the U.S. wrapped just 3 presents in reused material, enough paper would be saved to cover 45,000 football fields. So how do you try to do better? Well, you can simply remember to recycle properly. Any wrapping paper with glitter shouldn't be put in the recycling bin, but plain paper, even with designs on it that's easily torn, can be recycled. You just shouldn't crumple it into a ball.
When people are opening their gifts, they'll make their paper into a ball. As I mentioned previously, paper should be flat, so a ball of paper may not be sorted properly at the recycling facility.
A great tip to avoid throwing anything out. You probably get a lot of wine to gift this season to hosts. Well, hey, instead of putting it in a bag and using tissue wrapper, you could wrap it in a tea towel and use it as an additional gift for the host to use.
I hate spending the extra money on stuff like a gift bag or like tissue paper and stuff like that is, most likely just going to get tossed away. It's a big waste.
So much work, too. I have a friend who wraps things in towels as well, so I think I might use that idea.
I like that idea. Might try that. Coming up, UW's new football coach making a key hire to his staff, and the Bucks try to make it 13 straight wins.
And we're in the 608 this morning helping out the Madison Reading Project with their final push of the community book drive. How you can still help this holiday season when we come back.
Our biggest sale of the year is held over, so there's still time to get Black Friday deals during our huge Thanksgiving sale, held over at Slumberland Furniture. Incredible prices, plus get 30% off on top of that store-wide at Slumberland.
The holidays can be so stressful. So give the gift of wellness. Buy $100 in Massage Envy gift cards and receive a free $20 promo card. Keep your body working.
And I don't want the world to see me, 'cause I don't think that they'd understand when everything's made to be broken. I just want you to know I am. I just want you to know I am.
It's Santa. We got a problem.
Hold on.
Ho, ho, ho!
The Internet of Things is evolving, creating the Internet of You. And Spectrum, America's leading internet provider, is bringing you seamless connectivity across all your devices. Introducing Spectrum One, Spectrum Internet with speeds of 300 megabits for smoother surfing, streaming, gaming, and more. Advanced Wi-Fi for enhanced security and privacy on all your devices. And one line of Spectrum Mobile with unlimited talk, text, and data and nationwide 5G included. Get it all for just $49.99 a month. Call 833-882-4999.
When I had stubborn fat, I always felt self-conscious. I couldn't wear the clothes I wanted to wear, and it was so frustrating.
I worked so hard. By working out, by dieting, that stubborn fat was just not going anywhere.
I had this vision of how I wanted to look. I didn't feel like myself, so I did what I needed to do. I called Sono Bello. Sono Bello is America's #1 cosmetic surgery specialist because it works.
Sono Bello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently.
Sono Bello removed this big pooch right here. I have curves. I have exactly the body I've always wanted.
I got myself back, my shape back, but most of all, my confidence back.
I lost 4 inches off my waist. Going to Sono Bello has completely changed my life. Just look at me.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation and find out how you can get $250 off instantly. Call 1-888-510-6198 or go to sonobello.com.
Looking at mattresses?
Buying a mattress can be uncomfortable. That's why Slumberland has modernized the process. Right now, get 30% off select mattresses, like this Sealy Posturepedic mattress for $5.99. Slumberland, mattress shopping reinvented.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
We're in the 608 this morning with an update on the community book drive for the Madison Area Reading Project.
Josh Sprider is live at their book center this morning. He's got all sorts of fun books, and he's telling us how we can help him out. First of all, I want to know what you're holding, Josh.
Look who I got, guys. Is that Bascom?
Not quite as cute, but close.
I was just looking at the cutest puppies ever, and then I came across Leah's dog, and the description, a large dog with a thick coat, which is accurate.
And a big heart.
We've seen that before. And a big heart. And a big heart. It also says it loves to roll around in the snow, which I've seen before, too, in the couple of snowstorms that we've had so far. But, hey, we're having a lot of fun here, really talking about why this impact of what the Madison Reading Project is doing in the community is so huge for us here in the 608. Rowan Childs is here with an update this morning, and you guys have an exciting update because we're talking about the holiday book drive, but you also have reached a milestone that you guys have never reached before. Talk about that for us.
Yeah, so we give out new books all year round, and today we'll be sending out our 100,000th book of the year, which is an amazing amount of books and just a lot of hard work, obviously, to get there. And we know that we still have thousands of books yet left to go.
Yeah, you think about 100,000 books, that's a lot for our area. That means that a lot of kids are getting their hands on these things that really are going to last a lifetime.
Yeah, we want every kid to be able to have awesome books in their hands, in their home or in their classroom or wherever they are during the day. And there's a huge need out there for quality materials that get kids excited.
So, you know, we've we've been talking about this community book drive that's been going on for a few weeks now, but this is really the final push. There are 2 more days left. And what are you guys trying to really get out of this book drive this year?
Absolutely. I mean, if in anything, the awareness of what's happening in our community, the need that's out there, we want to be able to provide high-quality books that really engage kids. And we want to be able to continue to do that, obviously, sort of forever and ever for years to come. So the importance of getting great books into kids' hands that they just want to pick up and cherish or have their parents read to them is what we're all about, and to try and make it fun.
Making that impact. All right, let's throw that information up on the screen right now. Again, the drive ends this Saturday, December 10th, so there's still time, Rowan.
Yeah, so there's 40 different donation stations throughout the county. They'll have bins out, so if you miss it by Saturday, their bins will probably still be there on Sunday, or you can drop them off at our center or give us a call, or you can donate books or funds through our website too.
Wonderful. Rowan, thank you. We'll get all this up on channel3000.com as well. Again, guys, the final push. Let's make some difference. And I mean, who doesn't want to read about the cutest puppies ever, right? And I mean, this is just one of however many books that are in this room here at the book center here, guys. So let's do some good this holiday season.
Let's do it. I agree with you. This holiday season, we've got all of our kids' Christmas books out. We keep them in like a suitcase under the bed, and then we get to pull them out and make a big deal out of it.
You should donate some.
Yes,
I love that.
We should absolutely go through and weed some of them out.
Totally agree.
And give them to a great cause. Love it. Josh Breider, thanks a lot, man.
Hey, make sure you let Josh know what inspires you in the 608, especially this time of year. We're always looking for local nonprofits who need a little bit of support from their community. There is his Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter handle, as well as his email. It's the last day for the Dane Buy Local online auction, and you have a chance to hang out with us as one of the prizes. The organization asked to auction off a lunch with Josh and me. You'll meet at Yola's Cafe on the west side of Madison. Bids are starting right around $75 this morning. We'd love for you to help Dane Buy Local raise money. So head on over to danebuylocal.com to bid.
Can I get in?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
6:16, let's check in with Julian Seawright. Hey, Julian.
Well, we're going to walk through what we're going to be expecting for us, because snow is on the way, but what does that mean for our Thursday? Well, Thursday in itself, as we're starting off, it's going to be cloudy, but it's going to be rather quiet as we're heading out the door. So looking ahead, temperatures are going to be steady into the 20s until we get closer to the lunchtime hour. We're going to start to warm up into above the freezing points. On top of it, mid-30s will stick around for us, but so will the cloud cover. So as we're heading out the door this morning, there are going to be some slippery spots, especially just southbound. If you're on US 90 or US 51 or I-90, we are looking at some slippery stretches. But as we get in throughout the rest of today, still rather quiet and rather cloudy. Around 5 o'clock, that cloud cover will start to break just a bit. Temperatures will start to fall. But then as we head into tonight, this is when we're looking for some developments, especially just outside Prairie du Chien and Platteville. Once we head into the midnight hour, this is where we're going to be paying attention to starting to see some of that wintry mix and even some snowfall for us, which is going to start to develop once we get into around midnight, and then as we get to the overnight hours, heading into our early Friday morning. We're looking at wide bands of heavy snowfall throughout much of southern Wisconsin and near the Illinois state line, where we're also going to be watching for that area in particular, to really be holding into a wintry mix as we get into the rest of our morning hours. Around noon, we're looking for the snow to continue to spread itself east as the leading edge of this front continues to lead into a swarm of that warmer air pushing into the eastern side, which is going to be bringing in rain to mainly northern Illinois, but we're still holding into some snowfall for us. Areas just west of Dane County could see 3 to 6 inches, but overall, we're looking about 1 to 3, or some areas could even see 4 inches of snowfall by the time the event is over with. But it's going to be wet and slippery snow for us, so it will be quite slick heading into the roadways. Winter weather advisory will be in effect for Dane County and areas surrounding from midnight to 6 p.m. going into our Friday, and areas just to the west will be 6 p.m. today until noon for tomorrow. Again, we have the alert day in the forecast for tonight. Going into our Friday, 1 to 4 inches of snow is going to be possible from this event. On top of it, all of southern Wisconsin is within it. Now, as we take a look at our 10-day forecast, things are going to be rather active over the next few days, especially as we head into the weekend. Looking at another shot of seeing some snow, not just for Saturday, but for next week as well. Again, we do have some slippery stretches south of the Beltline, even though it is rather smooth on the Beltline as of right now. Just make sure that you're taking it slow when you head out the door.
Julian Seawright with the First Warn weather and your First Warn traffic this morning. Thank you, Julian.
2 times this season, Wisconsin volleyball faced Penn State, and 2 times Kelly Sheffield's squad walked away with a win. The first at the Fieldhouse was easy. The Badgers brought out the brooms and swept the Nittany Lions. Then a couple weeks ago, they had to grind out a win in 5 sets. But the stakes are a little higher for the third meeting between the two. Winner advances to the regional final, and Kelly Sheffield knows this one is going to be another dogfight.
We've come out ahead both times we've played, but it almost could be a coin flip of how it's gone. You know, it's 2 teams that play really, really, really hard, that has some big-time athletes on each side, teams that just refuse to let the ball hit the floor. It should be a Jim Dandy.
Luke Fickell's coaching staff is starting to fill up. The Athletics' Bruce Feldman is reporting that Phil Longo will be Wisconsin's next offensive coordinator. Longo served as North Carolina's OC, and the Tar Heels moved the ball at will, averaging 35 points per game last season. UNC's O-line coach, Jack Bicknell Jr., is also expected to come to Madison. Now, the AP released its all-conference teams, and a pair of Badgers found themselves on the first team. Nick Herbig, who was a unanimous selection, and John Torchio. Braylon Allen and Keanu Benton were named to the second team. The Badger men hockey team is playing their best hockey of the season, and it comes at the perfect time with a huge series looming. Wisconsin's coming off a stretch where they've won 5 of their last 6 games, and now it's rivalry week. UW renews the border battle with Minnesota this weekend in Minneapolis and looks to snap a 3-game losing streak to the Gophers. And when it comes to this series, Tony Granato doesn't really have to say much about its history.
I remember, going in there and what it's like playing in Minnesota, just the rivalry. You got lots of players on the other team that are high-profile players. You want to perform individually to show that you can compete with those guys, but more important, your university and their university, whether it's football, basketball, hockey, or any other sport, it means something special to our community and to our school, and they know that.
Bucks looking to make it 13 straight wins over the Kings. And things are going good when Giannis spots up and splashes home the triple. That 3 part of a 35-point performance. It's his 8th straight game of scoring 30-plus points. Longest streak in Bucks history since Kareem did it back in '72. It was a 2-point game in the 4th, and Chris Middleton showed why they call him Cash. He knocks down the step back, and the Bucks beat the Kings 126-113. And the Badger women's basketball team dropped to 0-2 in Big Ten play. Wisconsin fell to Nebraska and Lincoln 82-54. Back to you.
Thanks, Al. Coming up in our next half hour, some new developments in the case against the officer accused of shooting Quadrin Wilson in the back. Stay with us.
Call for action only on News 3 Now.
Cobuson Buses, now hiring.
My name is Mike Williams. I've been driving school bus off and on for 21 years. Here at our terminal, we're kind of like a family too. Somebody has an issue with a bus, other people kick in and help and get the job done.
Mr. Gnome, you look tired. It's exhausting going from one holiday sale to another, but not at Bob's Discount Furniture, where you can get this 4-piece cottage chic sectional for only $19.99. And it comes in 2 colors, so you can holiday the Bob's way.
Garage doors do not like the cold weather at all. As soon as it gets cold springs, parts will burn.
At Precision, we always come fully stocked. We're able to typically solve most garage door problems within a couple hours.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
Never have I ever toured in a rock band.
Yep, I play a mean air guitar.
Never have I ever burnt the holiday dinner.
I have no reservations about making reservations.
Never have I ever put literally every single item in our store on sale, even the items that never go on sale. Every item? Oh, come on.
Join us now through December 24th for our never on sale sale. Only at Rogers and Hollins.
There's something new from Better Than Bouillon. Introducing the Culinary Collection. Exciting new flavors like sofrito for casseroles or adobo for fajitas, each adding a little something special to all your family favorites. But don't take our word for it. The Culinary Collection from Better Than Bouillon.
Hey, it's me, your dry skin. I'm craving something we're missing. The ceramides in CeraVe. They help restore my natural barrier so I can lock in moisture. We've got to have each other's backs.
CeraVe, now the #1 dermatologist recommended skincare brand.
Waiting. Sometimes it's just inevitable.
But if you're over 50 or live with a chronic condition, untreated COVID could be deadly. Got COVID symptoms? Get tested and get treated right away. It can't wait.
Here's to the holidays. Here's to the casserole queens and Santas who saute. To the turkeys brined in beer, and well, just beer. To the ones who do the most, and the ones who do the least. To the classic traditions, and whatever you call this one. This year, no matter how you holiday, Festival has you covered. Festival Foods, a Wisconsin tradition since 1946.
Feast your eyes on one of my best-selling dining sets. Rustic style meets incredible value in my 7-piece Montana dining set. Available in dining height or counter height. Thanks to Bob's Discount, it's only $9.99 either way. Holiday the Bob's way.
Cobuson Buses, now hiring.
Working with Cobuson, it's definitely been great because of the flexibility. If you do need time off, they work around you. They definitely try to make it a company that's based for you.
Visit Cobuson.com to apply.
Hi. We're back.
Welcome back. We want to give plenty of time to Julie and C. Wright to talk about the alert day we have in store.
That's right. So a reminder, today will be fine, but tonight is where we're going to be watching for some slippery conditions to start to develop, which will mean some rain going into snow, transitioning into our Friday morning, which could be creating some traffic hazards for us. Then we have another opportunity of some rain and snow for Saturday, quiet for Sunday, but next week another active weather pattern is in the forecast.
Yes, folks, the morning commute tomorrow will most likely not be very fun.
And you know we're going to track it for you.
Yeah, so hope you tune in tomorrow morning. We have a lot more to get to right after this. Don't go anywhere.
3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Earn a 25-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $50 you spend. That's a 25-cent fuel saver this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Don't miss this red-hot weekend at Hy-Vee.
Hi, I'm Dr. Sheesh Raval with Your 13 Clinic at Stoughton Health. We hope you can join us for our upcoming event on treatment of knee arthritis and custom knee replacements.
A must in your medicine cabinet. Less sick days.
Cold coming on? Zicam is the #1 cold shortening brand.
Highly recommended.
Zyfans love Zicam's unique zinc formula.
It shortens colds.
Zicam Zinc That Cold.
Fairlife brings more to your holiday traditions. It's ultra-filtered milk with 50% more protein, 50% less sugar, and a creamy taste. This season, turn delicious into delicious. Fairlife ultra-filtered milk.
Subway's dropping 12 new subs for the all-new Subway Series menu.
Let's hear about this #7 pick from a former #7 pick.
Juicy rotisserie-style chicken? You should have been #1.
This isn't about the sandwich, is it, Chuck? It's not.
The new Subway Series. What's your pick?
Ready, Dad?
All charged up.
This holiday season, Ford wants to help you shine bright with a special offer on select Ford vehicles. Choose a vehicle in stock or simply place a custom order. Lock in your rate and you're protected, even if rates go up before your order comes in. So much. And that's how Ford is helping you. Proud of you, kid. Shine bright. This season, choose FlexBuy on a 2022 Escape or Edge SUV and get 0% financing for 66 months at your local Ford dealer. And shine bright.
Introducing SAS, Sauce and Shells, a bold new restaurant on Madison's Capitol Square, combining the best of barbecue and shelled seafood by Chef Joe Perkins. Add a little sass to your lunch or dinner plans today. Open 7 days a week.
Get all of your projects done with help from Menards. Mastercraft Interior Doors offer the best quality for the best prices. With our wide range of styles and options, you'll be sure to find something to fit your taste. Choose from our in-stock doors or design your door your way with our door designer. Mastercraft has the fastest delivery, so you get your door in approximately 7 days. Save big on Mastercraft doors at Menards.
Season's greetings to you all from Menards.
I love being an orthopedic surgeon because I can help people improve their lives. My name is Ashish Raval. I'm an orthopedic surgeon. My specialty is sports medicine, focusing specifically on the care of the shoulder, hip, and knee.
Earn a 25-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $50 you spend. That's a 25-cent fuel saver this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Don't miss this red-hot weekend at Hy-Vee.
Right now, new developments in the homicide that happened near John Nolan Drive, the close connection between the accused shooter and the victim.
State funding debate with a more than a $6 billion surplus. How lawmakers will decide what to spend it on.
And an alert day is in the forecast. We'll be breaking down the details of how you'll be impacted coming up.
Good Thursday morning, everybody. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Leah Lynchide.
I'm Chris Stanford. Julian Seawright's here with your first warned weather. Calm today. We have some snow on the way, though, tomorrow. This time tomorrow, what do you think it'll look like?
It might be a bit of a slippery mess, Chris, as we get out the door. So let's go ahead and get right to it. The alert day, of course, is in effect for tonight, mainly for the overnights heading into our Friday. So as you're heading out the door, you could be seeing a slippery and a wet surprise for us as we're looking at snowfall to be from 1 to 4 inches throughout much of southern Wisconsin. Some areas could even see a bit closer to about 6 inches. However, we're first going to start to see some of that mixture of some sleet overnight, then transition to itself into snow as we head into the Friday morning hours. All of southern Wisconsin is going to be under the alert day, but the winter weather advisories for about 2/3 of our viewing area. Dane County, areas surrounding, we're looking at midnight to 6 p.m. going into our Friday for our winter weather advisory to be issued. And areas to the west, we'll be looking at 6 p.m. today going into tomorrow around 12 o'clock, which would be the noon hour for our Friday for that winter weather advisory to impact that area. But planning out today, as we mentioned, it's going to be quiet. We're looking at temperatures to not be too cold for us. It's going to be tolerable into the middle to upper 30s. Cloud cover will break and then build once again as we head into the rest of tonight. Now, as we take a look at our traffic around the Beltline, it's still rather smooth, but we are reporting some slick spots over towards the Verona Road on 14 and also for I-90 as well. So make sure that you're taking it slow once you hit on the roadways. We'll give you more updates on that alert day in just a few moments. Until then, back to you guys.
Thanks, Julian. We have some new information to get to this morning. A 73-year-old man from Beloit is dead after crashing into the Pecatonica River. Lafayette County deputies say that it happened sometime overnight Tuesday along Highway 78 outside of Blanchardville. Officers got the call around 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon for reports of some guardrail damage. Officers found Eugene Dinger in the car in the river. The crash is still under investigation.
We're learning new information from court filings as a DCI agent waits for a decision on a dismissal or recusal of his case. Mark Wagner is charged with endangering public safety, accused of shooting Quadrin Wilson in the back while trying to arrest him earlier this year. That happened back in February, 10 months ago, but he wasn't charged until September. Then a month later, his defense team asked to dismiss the case. Now they're trying to get the Dane County District Attorney to recuse himself. They want DA Ishmael Ozan off the case moving forward because they believe he and his office would be a conflict of interest. We talked to UW law professor Ian Main, who says he thinks the motion is just a way for Wagner's defense to get another prosecutor's perspective.
And I can imagine these defense attorneys just looking at that fact going, oh my gosh, what explains why the prosecution is bringing these charges anyway? They have to be biased to bring this charge just reading the complaint because it just doesn't make sense.
Professor Main, however, says the defense's push to get Ozan and his office removed from the case will likely be denied because it doesn't follow any legal precedent. We have done extensive reporting on this case over the past 10 months. We also have details about a possible connection to the fatal shooting of 11-year-old Anissa Scott more than 2 years ago. You can read up on all of our reporting over on channel3000.com.
More information now from court documents, this time about the homicide that happened off of John Nolan Drive. According to those documents, the suspect and the victim were stepbrothers. 40-year-old Edward Smith, he's charged with 1 count of first-degree murder. Police arrested him Monday without incident. During his initial appearance, Smith's cash bond was set at $1 million. Smith is accused of shooting 36-year-old Shantari Riley on November 22nd. Riley was found with gunshot wounds in the area of Lakeside Street and John Nolan Drive. He was taken to the hospital where he died. We have more details filed in this complaint up this morning on our website.
Hey, if you have small kids, here's a chance to get your car seats checked for free today. The Dane County Sheriff, Windsor Police, and UW Health are partnering up for the checks. They happen this afternoon from 3:30 to 6 at the Windsor Police Department. You need to make an appointment, though. Email safekids@uwhealth.org or call or text the number on your screen. That's 608-333-6087. Keep this in mind. 4 out of 5 car seats are not installed or used correctly.
They're tricky. They're just so gosh darn tricky.
You're telling me. I think I might take advantage of this.
Goodness, especially when you're trying to move them from one car to the other. Oh, it's a whole thing.
Don't scare me.
You guys know. When lawmakers return to the Capitol next year to start work on the state's budget, they'll have a lot more to work with. Wisconsin's projected to have a record-setting budget surplus of more than $6 billion. With our divided government, though, it's going to be a bit of a give and take. The Democratic governor gets to write the initial budget, of course, and the Republican legislature can make any changes they want to that draft. Then Governor Evers gets a chance to veto any of their changes. You still with me? Madison State Senator Kelda Roys is one of 2 Democrats on the committee. She wants to see more money given to cities, something called shared revenue.
This is something where you've got, Republican town chairmen and Democratic county executives saying that they cannot perform the essential services of local government.
On the Republican side, they see the state's budget surplus as evidence that the state has overtaxed you, and they want to see tax cuts rather than give Evers a blank check, in their words. We'll be looking to sit down with Republican leaders in the next few weeks on their priorities headed into the new year.
3 people are facing charges for allegedly dumping 3 million gallons of manure into tributaries of Lake Michigan. A Kewanee farmer, an agronomist, and a hauler are all charged with felony counts of conspiracy and fraud. The criminal complaint alleges the farmer had too much manure on his farm, so he hired a hauler to spread it so they would avoid a permit violation. Well, that person gave the farmer a false report saying he had spread much less than he actually did. DNR investigators found records indicating all 3 defendants were aware of that fabricated record.
6:36. As we take a look outside this morning, it is chilly and calm out there today. We are focused on tomorrow's alert day, though. We have some new advisories out issued just this morning. Julian's also updating the snow totals and timing it all out.
And a way for you to give back to your neighbors this holiday season with help from the Boys and Girls Club. An interview coming up next.
And it's the final push from the Madison Read Project for their community book drive, how you can still help this holiday season in the 608.
With Pick and Save delivery, it's easy to get your special holiday foods brought right to your door. And that's music to your ears. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
If you already know that a blend of tender, marbled Wagyu beef makes the best burger, good for you. Arby's Wagyu Steakhouse Burger is back. You beef genius? Arby's, we have the meat.
Garage doors don't like the cold weather, but if it breaks, Precision Garage Door is always ready.
Does not matter if it's raining or snowing or any kind of other weather conditions, we're going to get it done on the same day. We know how important that is to our customers.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
Hi, I'm Tim O'Brien, owner of The Healthy Place. I'm excited to tell you about our new Wild Theory CBD products that will get you high fives from everyone you know. Wild Theory's new groundbreaking formula has higher levels of the good stuff, and it packs surprising results. Is it legal in Wisconsin? Of course. Is it potent? You bet. Will you love it? I'm sure of it. Stop by one of our Madison locations or visit findyourhealthyplace.com, type in high five, and our website will hook you up.
Are we still on for 3?
I'm on the phone.
When your team needs more space to work and eat. Carl, is that mackerel?
No, it's trout.
It matters where you stay.
Fish tacos?
Carl. Hilton for the stay. Kevin! Oh, nice. Kevin, where are you? Kevin!
Hey, what's going on? I'm right here. I was busy cash backing for the holidays with Chase Freedom Unlimited. I'm going to cash back on the gingerbread house.
Ooh, it's got little people inside.
And a snow globe.
Oh, I wish I lived in there.
You know, I can't believe you lost another Kevin.
It's a holiday tradition.
That it is. Earn big time with Chase Freedom Unlimited. How do you cash back? Chase, make more of what's yours.
every holiday, for everyone. Ritz, a taste of welcome.
Keep your holidays in sync with free pickup on all your fresh favorites from Pick and Save. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Be prepared for winter weather. Trust the First Warn Weather Team to give you clear, timely, and accurate info, keeping you safe and ahead of the storms. Your certified, most accurate team, First Warn Weather, only on News 3 Now.
Celebrate a decade of thanks with us
at Geo's Garden Holiday Party.
Live December 9th at Goodman Community Center and streaming worldwide.
With fun and fundraising to help families of kids with special needs.
Find all the details at geosgarden.org.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
Into 6:08. We're updating you on the community book drive for the Madison Area Reading Project.
Josh Bryder is live at their book center with how you can help this week. Good morning, Josh.
Good morning, guys. It's the last couple of days here, so the final push of the community book drive, and things are off to a strong start, but they have not quite reached their goal yet. Rowan Childs with the Madison Reading Project is here with how you can still make a difference this holiday season. So you guys are looking to get $80,000 for monetary funds so you can purchase new books for kids.
Yeah.
Where are things sitting right now? How far do you need to go?
Yep, we have just about $10,000 left in our fundraiser, so we're excited to try and reach that goal by this weekend, and that way we'll be able to get as many new books as possible out the door to kids the next couple of weeks.
So you guys have made it really easy over the last few weeks. You've posted bins across businesses in the 608 here. You also have the monetary donations online. Any little thing that people can do, I mean, that makes a huge difference for what you guys are trying to do in the community.
Absolutely. Every single book that is donated, whether it is in a donation station or whether it's through our website, every single dollar all adds up for us to be able to achieve our big goal for kids.
And we brought the big news earlier. You guys have been able to get 100,000 books out the door into the community this year. Yeah. That is an accomplishment you guys have not gotten to yet.
No, we've never reached that number before, and we still have, several days left in December, so our team is absolutely thrilled to be able to have done that, and we'll get to celebrate that with them too once we give all the books out.
All right, let's throw the information up on the screen one last time. Okay, so December 10th, that's Saturday, so there's still plenty of time to donate.
Lots of time to still donate. The bins will still be out this weekend at all of those different businesses or on our website. There's lots of ways to make it happen.
All right, Rowan, thank you so much for what you're doing, and congratulations on 100,000. That's incredible.
Thank you.
You bet. We'll have all this up on channel3000.com, guys. Chris and Leah, I've got a question for you. So my favorite book as a child was If You Give a Mouse a Cookie, basically the same thing as If You Give a Dog a Donut. I just remember that, reading that all the time. I'm sure my parents probably had to read it about 37 billion times. Do you guys have a favorite childhood book? Do you remember any that really stick out?
I do. Okay.
Go ahead.
I was gifted from my godmother the, what was it called? The Rainbow Fish, which was a fish with really glittery scales. And then she made me, she was really, really talented, still is, just a wonderful woman. She made me a sweater that had sparkly scales on it, and I still remember that to this day. I must have been like 3.
I love that.
That's good. Bernstein Bears.
Yeah.
There were a lot of Bernstein Bears.
Oh, that was a good series too.
Yeah, what about you, Josh?
Give a mouse a cookie.
Yeah, so mine was If You Give a Mouse a Cookie. Yeah, but I love the series, even this one too, If You Give a Dog a Donut. I think there's just so many things that you can learn from a little book like this, and I mean it's something that you're gonna remember forever.
Like which snacks to ask
You're
for.
right. We've got all those, including If You Give a Pig a Pancake.
I'd like a pancake.
Oh, that one too, yeah.
All right, Josh.
Leah, what wouldn't you like?
I know.
Enough snacks talk.
All right, hey, help out the Madison Area Reading Project, would you? They need your help. If you want to let Josh know what's going on in your neighborhood, or you got an event coming up, just a cool story, let him know. He's at Josh Bryder TV on social media, or you can email him for a chance to be featured.
Yeah, great time of year to be giving back right now. 6:43, Julian Seawright is here with your First Warn weather. A look at that alert day, Julian.
That's right. So we're going to take a deeper look into our alert day for us. It's going to be Thursday nights into our Friday, where we're going to be looking at accumulating of snow for us here in southern Wisconsin. Now, many areas could be 1 to 4 inches, but one other thing we're going to be watching for. Now, the system in itself, it's rather potent, but it has a leading edge of warmer air, which could be bringing in some rain, transitioning into some sleet overnight, which could cause some traffic hazards as we get into our Friday morning. A winter weather advisory is issued for Dane County and the surrounding areas from midnight to 6 p.m. in our Friday, and areas to the west. This will be for Crawford, Vernon counties, and areas to to the lake, which will be from 6 p.m. tonight until about 12 p.m. going into our Friday, going into the afternoon hours. So let's walk through what we can expect for today. It's going to be quiet, but it's going to be a cloudy start. Temperatures will warm by the time we get into the lunchtime hour. We're going to see mid-30s, but cloud cover in itself is still going to be rather stubborn here in southern Wisconsin. Once we get into around the 5 p.m. commute, it'll finally start to dissipate just a bit. We get some relief of cloud cover, but as we get into tonight, it's going to start to build right back and right behind it. So we're going to be watching for that system starting to develop. Now, temperatures in themselves, some areas will just be above freezing for us. We are going to be looking at a little bit of warmer air aloft. With that, we could see some sleet developments, which is why we're looking for a mess to go from the overnight into our Friday morning. Friday morning around 7 o'clock as you're heading out the door, we are looking for bands of heavy, wet snow to really start to stick around for us here in southern Wisconsin. Now, you can see just south of it where we're looking at a bit more warmer air, that's pretty much all rain, but right in front of it, we're looking at the colder air, which is us in southern Wisconsin, holding on to some of that snow, which is going to start to spread east by the time we get into our Friday lunchtime hours. Now, again, 1 to 4 inches is what we're going to be expecting, but areas into the darker shade of blue could see 3 to 6. Around Madison, areas to the southeast could see about 1 to 3, but overall, we are going to be watching for that snowfall as we get in throughout the rest of our Friday. Now, as we're waking up this morning, we are looking for a bit of some foggier conditions, but still not nearly as bad as it was yesterday. As we look ahead, temperatures are still going to warm into the nice spot of some mid-30s, so it's going to be rather tolerable throughout the course of the day. But taking a look at our 10-day forecast, things are going to stay rather active, not just for Friday, but for Saturday as well. A break for Sunday, then heading into next week, we're looking for more activity, though temperatures will be into the 40s. Again, folks, as you're heading out the door, we are looking for some slick spots on the roadways, which could be creating a bit of some issues as we get into the rest of our morning commute. So make sure that you are taking it slow. And as we are tracking this snow, us here, the First Warn Weather Team, will be pushing plenty of updates to keep you safe as we're going in throughout the rest of this event from tonight and into tomorrow as well.
Julian Seawright with that First Warn, making sure we're staying safe. Glad to have you on the team. Thank you, Julian. The Boys and Girls Club has one more day to reach its goal of raising thousands of dollars to help families celebrate the holidays with its annual holiday extravaganza. We talked with them earlier this week. Take a listen. We are talking about ways that you can give back to the community right here in the Madison area during the holidays. Joining us this morning is Laura Ford Harris with the Boys and Girls Club. Good morning, Laura.
Good morning, Leah. Thank you so much for having us here this morning. The Boys and Girls Clubs of Dane County is here in front of you today to talk a little bit about our holiday extravaganza. You know, the poinsettias and the red shirts. It's that time of year when we are helping youth and families in the community. So we're coming today to talk a little bit about our holiday extravaganza. We're supporting Toys for Tots, and we're also providing gifts and meals for over 300 families here in Dane County.
So you're looking to raise upwards of $20,000 by Friday, correct?
Yes, by Friday. We're currently at about $6,000, but we really need the community support to help us to be able to purchase gifts where we don't have gifts for specific age ranges, 18 to 24. We also have college students that we provide support for. So we give them gift cards so that they can buy things that they need to help with their college experience. We've been very grateful to get a donation from Old National Bank, who has helped us purchase gift cards for those college students, but we still need just a little more help to achieve our goal.
Now, you folks are known for giving back to the community. What are you hearing from families, from students, when you do provide them with these gifts during the holiday season?
You know, every family could use just a little help sometimes. You know, we don't want families to have to say, well, do I pay rent or do I buy holiday gifts for my kids? Can I afford to do anything this year? You know, the need is real in our community. So, you know, the gifts that we're giving, every child gets a book, a board game, and a toy. Or there might be a need for a jacket or a stuffed animal, just something so that each child feels a little special during this holiday season.
If folks would like to donate, if they're watching this morning, they want to jump on their computer and help out right now, where do they need to go?
They need to go to bgcdc.org. www.madisoncounty.org/holiday extravaganza. They can support a family, they can donate toys, they can still drop off things at our clubs and at our administrative office Monday through Friday to 9 to 5 p.m.
Okay. Laura, thanks so much for waking up early and talking to us.
Well, thank you so much. You all help us make everyone's holidays brighter, and we wish you the happiest of holiday seasons.
Oh, my family at the Boys and Girls Club. We love it. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
6:49 now. Coming up in the morning sprint, to vote on Madison's movement for bus rapid transit.
If you got a little kiddo turning 3 soon, we'd love to see a picture. Send us one. We'll show it on TV. We'll be right back.
This portion of News 3 Now is sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Warrens, Wisconsin.
What you see is important. How you see is important too. Get personalized care from experienced optometrists at Shopko Optical. Better eye care. You'll see. Right now, get 40% off lenses with the purchase of any frames. Shopko Optical.
This holiday, give them a gift they'll never, ever forget.
In 3, 2, 1. Are you serious?
The gift of furniture.
This is not what I think I like.
Kids just don't understand. Find the holiday door in a Bob's Discount Furniture near you.
I'm Rebecca, and you might know me from reality TV. And this was my stubborn body fat that I just couldn't get rid of. But then I went to Sono Bello, and they permanently removed my body fat in just one visit.
It is so intensely gratifying for one visit to make this big of a change. It's amazing.
Sono Bello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently on your stomach, hips and thighs, back, and so much more.
It feels incredible to look down, and it's flat. Thank you again, Sono Bello. I'm so happy.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation and find out how you can get $250 off instantly. Call 1-800-595-1532 or go to sonobello.com.
How do you use your energy? Inspiring a spark of creativity? Working hard to reach your goals? Thinking outside the box to bring your vision to life? At Alliant Energy, we're creating more clean, renewable energy every single day to power what matters to you. Because even during the most powerful moments in our lives, we're not thinking about power, we're thinking about a brighter future. Alliant Energy, powering beyond.
Ready, Dad?
All charged up. This holiday season, Ford wants to help you shine bright with a special offer on select Ford vehicles. Choose a vehicle in stock or simply place a custom order. Lock in your rate and you're protected, even if rates go up before your order comes in. So much. And that's how Ford is helping you. I'm proud of you, kids. Shine bright. This season, choose FlexBuy on a 2022 Escape or Edge SUV and get 0% financing for 66 months at your local Ford dealer. And shine bright.
What you see is important. That makes quality eye care important too. Get personalized care from experienced optometrists at Shopko Optical. Better eye care. You'll see.
Shopko Optical welcomes more insurance plans than ever. Call to book an exam and verify coverage. News 3 Now's 12 Days of Giving, presented by SSM Health.
6:52, time for the morning sprint.
At least 2 more classified documents have been found in possession of former President Trump. His lawyers say they discovered the material while searching a storage unit in West Palm Beach, Florida, after a federal judge pressed the legal team to ensure all documents had been handed over to the FBI. The Washington Post reports no classified material was found in extra searches of Trump Tower in New York or his golf club in New Jersey.
Hundreds of journalists and other employees at the New York Times set to walk off the job today for the first time in more than 40 years. The 24-hour walkout is a result of ongoing contract negotiations over wage increases and remote work policies. Employees are planning to hold a rally this afternoon outside the newspaper's offices near Times Square.
The 52-year-old found guilty of homicide on Madison's east side will learn his sentence today. Thomas Smith was convicted of felony intentional homicide with domestic abuse and repeat modifiers. Smith was accused of shooting 31-year-old Kiera Fields along Ongsgard Road early in the morning of July 4th, 2021. Fields later died from her injuries. Smith's sentencing is scheduled for 10 a.m.
Michigan State judge ordering 5 men to stand trial on charges involving a foiled plot to kidnap the governor there of Michigan, Gretchen Whitmer. 4 of them are from Michigan. The 5th is from Wisconsin Dells. The trial will take place in Antrim County, where Whitmer's Elk Rapids vacation home is located, and prosecutors say the abduction was to happen.
Round 3 of Badger Volleyball versus Penn State is happening tonight, and the winner will move toward an NCAA championship. The first 2 showdowns were tight ones for the ladies. Over on News 3 Now on channel3000.com, director Zach Hanley breaks down the stakes and talks to head coach Kelly Sheffield.
Madison police say a Kia was stolen Monday. It happened along Schrader Road near Struck Street. Police say that a man loaned the car to a roommate who then returned the vehicle Monday night. When the man went to drive the car on Tuesday, it was gone. Officers found broken glass around the area where the car had been parked, right around the 6700 block of Schrader Road. An investigation is ongoing.
Forward Madison kicking off the first official day of its new season with a bang, announcing several signings. The team re-signed players like defender Mitchell Osmond. He returns to the club after starting 27 of Forward's 30 games last season. The attempt to shore up the back line continues with signing Jacob Kroll, who appeared in every single league game last season. Tickets are on sale right now for next season, but only for season tickets and ticket 6-packs.
The Madison Common Council voting unanimously to approve a significant redesign of the Metro transit system. The changes will set the groundwork for the city to introduce bus rapid transit in 2024. It means more frequent service, but fewer routes. Earlier this week, Council also passed a transportation demand management ordinance. City officials say that would lead to safer roads, reduced traffic, and fewer emissions. Well, today's the day. The highly anticipated docuseries on Prince Harry and Meghan drops on Netflix. It's a 6-part series. It's going to be released in 2 chunks. The first 3 episodes available as of 2 a.m. this morning. The next 3 are going to be out on December 15th. Buckingham Palace hasn't yet commented on the series.
No one sees what's happening behind closed doors. And more details on our alert day. It's going to be for tonight, going into our Friday. Now, we are looking for 1 to 4 inches of snowfall for many areas in southern Wisconsin, but on top of it, some sleet could develop from this system that's going to be moving in overnight into tomorrow morning. Now, we have a winter weather advisory for 2/3 of our viewing area, which will go into effect later this afternoon for areas to the west, and for us in Dane County going into around noon. 3 to 6 inches for areas to the west, but we could see 1 to 4 for us here in southern Wisconsin, and we're looking for another active weather pattern. We'll keep you up to date.
Julian, thank you. Stay with us, folks. Another news and weather update after the break.